We are live. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? How are you doing? And welcome to the Chapman Show. I am your host, Joel Chapman, aka the Little Juggernaut. And as always, I want to have a good show, a good podcast, and our biggest art premieres in history. Today, we do not have an art premiere, but we do have Bare Knuckle FC fighter Fred Pierce, who is fighting on the pay-per-view for Bare Knuckle FC 10 this weekend. So, without further ado, give it up for Fred Pierce. What's up, Fred? How are you doing?
Doing great, man. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great. So, you got a huge fight this weekend. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, excited. Ready to get back in there and get these hands going again.
Okay. I see you are fighting Francisco Ricci.
Yeah, I don't know much about the guy. Nothing but respect to him, but kind of unknown. I've got to look at his record, but haven't got to watch any video of him fighting. But BKFC signed him. I'm sure he's a scrapper. So.
That makes sense. Now, has he actually had any bare knuckle fights, or are you kind of welcoming him to the sport?
I think this will be his debut, his entry to the BKFC. If he does have other bare knuckle fights, I don't know about him.
Oh, okay. I get you. So, how did you get the call for this fight? Like, you have any crazy story?
I was actually going to fight a guy in Philadelphia. Going to have my pro debut boxing match, and the BKFC called, said they had a few guys, few fights fall through for their February card, because I was originally slated to be fighting on the March card, but some fights fell through for the February card. They asked me if I could fight. The boxing match got canceled. The BKFC calls, they take top priority, and I said, yeah, I couldn't wait to get back in there for them.
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, out of curiosity, how's your preparation been for this fight? I mean, since you took it a little early, do you feel ready? Were you training anyways?
Oh yeah, man. I feel good. I mean, I knew about the fight roughly 5 weeks out, and then just a little over a month out, it was confirmed. So it's not like I got blindsided, completely, 10 days out or nothing. I wasn't just completely out of shape, anyway. So I was just kind of staying in shape and getting ready for my boxing match, and then it just kind of which was going to be like, the next weekend after this card.
Oh.
And it just changed my preparation to a week earlier, to fight for BKFC 10. So I was already in shape for a fight already. So I just kind of, tuned it up and started the weight cut a little early.
Okay. Now, out of curiosity, you said you were preparing for an actual boxing match. So is the preparation any different because it turned into a bare knuckle fight?
The only thing for the bare knuckle fight is I had my brother and Mason Pierce and Kane Owens, who's my cousin. They're fighters here in Oklahoma, and Justin Peppers, another local fighter. We'd spar a lot with just like karate competition gloves.
Oh.
Not MMA gloves, but they're a little bit bigger, and they cover the knuckles and stuff. And we'd do some light sparring with those, and try to work the defense, because those would get through a little better than just regular boxing gloves. And just work on keeping your guard tight a little more with the bare knuckle. That's really the only difference. Other than that, you can box in the same motions and stuff. You just kind of got to up the intensity a little bit for bare knuckle.
That makes sense. So, in a perfect world, how do you envision this fight going? In a perfect world.
Well, just like him, I'm sure I'm going to go be out there gunning for the victory, for the the knockout. If I could get him to step into the right punch, hope to end the fight earlier without taking too much damage, and go right to Dave Feldman and talk him into letting me on the Kansas card. If I didn't take any damage, and don't have any stitches. Someone trying to call. If I don't take any stitches or any damage, I'd like to jump right on the Kansas card. That's just right above me. I'd be somewhat of a local fighter on that. And,
Oh.
Maybe just be like just like this when they have a fighter back out or a fight fall through. I know Joey Angelo got hurt, so they got to find another opponent for Dakota Cochran, and I'm not looking for that fight. I'm not looking to fight with Dakota or Joey. Both those guys are really tough dudes and friends of mine. But just like that, stuff happens in training and fighters have to back out. I just want to be able to answer the call if something happens to that on the March card. I'd love to fight in Kansas, but if not, that's not going to be the last card they have there. I'm sure that's going to be just the first of many. So
Exactly. Now, were you talking about Joey Beltran?
I've got to meet him at the Biloxi event. When I went down there and watched BKFC 9 when he won the belt, and super humble, tough dude, and I'm pulling for him down. I knew about his Tony Lopez fight, the wars he had with Tony Lopez and stuff, but I got to see him fight Chase Sherman live, man, and he just really imposed his will, and made a fan out of me that night. So I'll be watching his career close. Probably him and Mark Godby are going to hook it up pretty soon. So,
ooh. Now, how do you think that fight will turn out?
With Beltran, though, is he's got that Mexican style where he keeps his hands up and he stays busy, and that's what wore Chase Sherman down. Chase, he won those first couple rounds, but after Joey wore him down and started getting inside and staying busy and keeping that high guard, he just took those last 3 rounds, and that's a hard style to prepare for.
It is.
He's got a good record in bare knuckle, and that he counts that to his toughness and his style. It's just a hard style to crack.
That makes sense. Now, for the title fights, I think we losing you, Fred. We losing you. Wait 1 second. I'll wait 1 second until we get him back, because apparently we losing him. I don't know. It might be bad service. Freddie lives kind of up in the mountains, so we'll wait till we get him back in a second. So, yes. Okay. We'll give him a call back real quick. We lost him. It happens. I even seen it happen on the Ariel Juani show. So I'm not the only person who loses people. So I'm going to give him a call back, and I guess we will see how this works. So, okay. We got Fred back. Okay. Now, what were we talking about, Fred?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Actually, I do remember. I was going to ask you a question. The championship fights, are they 5 or 7 rounds? How does that work now?
They've all been 5 rounds so far, and I think they've adopted a new policy. And I haven't read. You probably read up more of it than I have. But from what I was told, that they were going to change the championship fights to 7 rounds. But I think pretty sure the ones at Biloxi were still 5-round fights.
Most likely. That's still a long time to fight somebody for a bare knuckle, and that's a long time. Ooh.
yeah. And but you don't. You, I think they need to do that like in case of a draw, like after 5 rounds. If it's a draw, then yeah, then give them 2 more rounds. But
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, besides your fight, are there any other fights on the card that you're excited to watch? If you can, if you're not like too hurt or getting stitched up or anything.
yeah, man, the card's loaded with guys that I want to see fight. Travis Thompson and uh, Boudreaux fighting. I'm anxious to see Reggie Barnett get back in there. I'm anxious to see Brian Maxwell scrap. I'm anxious to see Lorenzo Hunt. I'm pumped for the main card. Hector and Mundell. I'm it's a stat card, man. I'm going to be ready to watch it. Watch a lot of fights after mine. I'm glad I'm number one, so I can get back out there and be a fan for the rest of them.
Oh, you are number one, so you starting off the pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, man. This will be 3 in a row on pay-per-view bare knuckle fights where I'm the first fight out of the box. So.
Okay. Like I've been the first fight plenty of times, and like your nerves are through the roof. Now, do you usually like to fight first, or do you like to be in the middle of the card, towards the end? What do you prefer?
I love fighting first, man. I love fighting first. When I was doing my amateur boxing and tough man stuff, you end up fighting, when you had a couple fights a night, you'd fight later, like MMA. If I was on like a pro-am card, it always had the pro fights at the end of the evening. And man, I don't like that. I don't like sitting in the back waiting for my fight. I like it to, when I get there, I go and I get dressed and they start gloving me up and I get ready to go out there and fight, and I get to go watch the rest of the fights, and enjoy as a fan and hang out with the crowd that was cheering for me just a few minutes earlier. That's what I like about it. Fighting quick. You just get there in the back and you're sitting to yourself. Sometimes your nerves can set in. When you're out there and you're the one starting it off, they don't really have time to. It's just, it's all business.
I completely understand. I really hope I can make it to this fight. If I do, we gonna kick it. Like I'm beyond excited.
I have my wife there. She'll be down there. My wife Amanda will be there with me for Valentine's Day and stuff. So, man, if you can make it down, we'd love to hang out.
That's awesome. Now, how is that gonna be Valentine's Day? Because I mean, you can't get too romantic the night before. So, are you just gonna celebrate Valentine's Day the next day after your fight?
Shoot, man, if I win, I might celebrate for a week. Who knows? But yeah, there'll be gifts exchanged and be something done to, make it special for her and memorable, and we'll get to spend it down there in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. So it'll be an event no matter what.
Yeah, just get a chance to enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
So, tell me about your do you have a weight cut this fight? I mean, how's your weight? How are you feeling?
I cut down from about 190 about 5 weeks ago, and I just started, gradual cut and slimming down. I'm just a few pounds over the limit right now, and feel great. Don't feel strained. As you get older, you can't do those day before cuts. 13 pounds. If I do have to cut any weight, the day before, it'll just be a couple pounds, and I'll be ready to go eat, and I won't look like a damn zombie up on there on the scales. That's how I feel when I fight at 165. I feel like the Walking Dead, getting up there. I just feel like at the weigh-ins, that water tastes so good after I step off that scale. They tell me it's go.
Oh man,
get me through some food.
yes, I know exactly how that feels. Get that water, you're just like, oh my god, oh my god. Now, after weigh-ins, do you do anything besides drink water? Do you eat a lot, or you just kind of?
Pedialyte, Pedialyte, Gatorade, high pH water, a lot of seafood. Uh, that's really it. You know.
Now after your cut, this is very interesting because I'm kind of curious to see. I'm a fighter, and I'm kind of curious to see what other fighters do. Now, after you weigh in, do you kind of just go crazy, or do you just eat very light?
I don't go crazy, but I usually have a big meal. I don't just stuff myself just to be stuffing myself. But and it won't be so intense on this one because I'm only cutting to 175. Now, when I was cutting to 165, I was hungry. I mean, so I ate a lot more. I drank more water and I ate more, and my body felt like it needed me to rehydrate and give myself more nutrition, back through my food. At 175, I figure, I'll get after weigh in. I'll do a little cut, go the weigh in, go have a big meal, drink enough water to get rehydrated back up, and be business as usual. Won't hardly even notice the cut. There won't be any kind of shock to my system.
Okay, I get you. I get you. Okay, I have no idea about how long this podcast is, but I think it's almost that time. Now I gotta ask. Do you have any sponsors or anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, man, I'd like to. I just got a few sponsors for this one. Thick and Thin Lumber, Hobo Art and Apparel, Tiki Torch Liquor, uh, Cannabis RX Dispensary. Um, and one of my big sponsors, man, they always let me do amateur Muay Thai shows in their parking lot and stuff, and always supported me. Valley Superfoods, it's a local grocery store we had. They burnt down a little over a month and a half ago, and
Oh,
we're hoping that they rebuild. They could do something, but I'll give a shout out to them too. They've always had my back, and they put money towards me going to that last training camp in Vegas. The good people, Virgil and Patty Robbins. So,
man.
but yeah,
I
and
hope.
McNabb Family Dentistry and Chuck's Classic Cycles. I always leave them out, but I got them in there.
Got a man this time, huh? Yeah, that's what's up. Well, and I hope their business burning down. That sucks. I hope they had insurance. Hope they had good insurance.
They did. They did.
Okay, so they sitting well then.
It's a town of like 1,800 people that I live in here in Tallahassee, and they were the grocery store. So you're a 45-minute drive either way to get groceries. And we've got a dollar store, but it was kind of a big part of the town. So it sucked they burnt down, but they've already got it cleaned up, and the kind of people they are, I imagine are going to be rebuilt soon. So
That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, well, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Thank you for coming on my show. I appreciate it.
problem.
Good
No
luck.
problem, brother. Thank you for having me. I want to say bye, and I got a little girl who wants to say bye too, Annika Jane.
Hey, Anakin Jane, how are you doing? Ah.
She said she's been hitting me up. Said I went on this podcast. I'm like, all right.
Well, I'm happy. Thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it.
No problem, brother. I'll wait you next time.
All right, thank you. Good luck again.
Thank you, brother.
All right, thank you. You too. Okay, that was Fred Pierce. Super excited to watch him fight. Very good guy. I love Fred to death. I cannot wait to meet him, his daughter, his wife very soon. Super excited. Thank you. If you have not subscribed to the Chapman Show, hit that subscribe button. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube, hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you very much, and until next time.